Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. To start, but a golden opportunity after the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
In blue! In blue!
On the ball! By that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front.
Go!
They'll run play action. Pass rush, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. To the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game.
He's going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what he is, based on what he showed.
He knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know I know he's looking that way, so look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Down.
Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Jackrabbit. Cut it. Cut it.
Gets the back moving. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Oh, he's got the they get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15.
Spider! Stand!
The give to the back. Wrestled back across the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Okay, ready?
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
29.
Back to throw.
No ball, woo, baby!
Where to go, and the ball is loose.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got it near midfield. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, partner, take care of the ball, but we got to go.
And they should do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another.
On the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight out blocks, and you're going to find out just
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Ready.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Green 25.
Here's the handoff. And back at the 4-yard line after that run.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Yankee blue. Cricket.
They'll send the back and try to get it to the edge. And they're in for a touchdown.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Atlantic pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Owls were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves.
Get set.
One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Ready.
Lost to fire on second down.
Some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
He'll bring it back from inside his line. Did a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
On the ready.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Easy.
On the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that. Missouri gets to the line quickly. On third and long, he has it. Takes over to dip into its bag of ball. He lost one down the sideline. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Got it.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Cobra.
Motion from the back. Trying to get the corner. Look out, he's got room. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Ready?
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down.
42.
Running back searching for a hole. He's wrestling to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Moves.
They're to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
Okay.
So after the break, they'll go back to
6-9-1.
work.
Gator spar. Here we go. Belly stutter.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Ready, set.
It's first down from the 11.
Terrier. Igloo. Igloo. Gaucho. Gaucho.
Looking to throw, it's Reese. Going for 6. And it was going to go touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
On the set.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Ready, go.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Ready,
Well,
ready.
they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a
Ringo.
first and goal.
Ringo. Slab.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They knock him down after the takeaway and a big play
On
for
the
this
double.
defense. The Tigers buried deep in their own territory, just
55
trying to
weak.
find breathing room on first down. They just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Ready up.
Offense with jumbo personnel.
Set. Ready. Razor. Razor.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Got it in stride inside the 20. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out a lead in week 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've well, they've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
Ready.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up the safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had it. So we got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, bro.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
They'll get it. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Missouri wants to go fast.
Low.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off the good start.
In the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
On the ball.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And nice job being gap sound by the defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15.
Ready,
Here comes the offense onto the field again.
Spider! Ready!
Gibbs, running back. He has the first and still this week. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Ready?
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Flare! Flare! Ready!
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 2 offensive linemen.
Quick strike complete. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Okay.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
Green
Sends it
25.
back in motion. Hand off to the single back. And they're able to shut him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Easy.
Looking for a man. It's Reese. Got his man on the outside. Sweet cut. He makes the stop at the 33. 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
On the set.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10.
Set.
Back in motion. Now the pitch. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back
Ready.
10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got to get it. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timber. Down.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw. Snag in the end zone. And it's a touch.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And he's going to cruise in with this one. It is a touchdown.
defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and we're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, this play has got to be better to help this guy out.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped.
Got it.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He wastes no time. He comes out throwing. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in the hole here.
Down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Hold.
Off play action. Here's a heat. Lofts one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The give out of the gun. Good solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's what it is.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Pound 55 weak.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. One more snap coming before halftime.
Hey, Cam.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Bringing the heat. He's going to throw deep right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside the field. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
On the set.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive again.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. Oh, they're after him. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
2-9 Philly.
Now the play fake. It's complete on the other side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
On the ready.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and
Lasso.
long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive.
Ready.
Going with the ground game left. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here.
Ready,
You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive going.
Oh, better look out. The change will come, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Got it.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Read up. Check.
They're going to ride this running back.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. From the gun, ground game. They have to get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Okay, ready?
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
Cricket.
To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys. That time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to
Ready,
cover to
set.
pick up the 1st. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. There's the pressure. Man, he went for it, but that hit as he got rid of the ball. And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense.
On the
and
set.
the offense takes the field eager to go back to work.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
That's the back moving on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and it just sounded like he's down.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against the air. Chunk play after chunk play. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He might want another play. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Breaks into the open. Slides into the end zone for a touchdown. Boy, did he just force that defense to that score.
He shows you all. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he takes this from inside. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Ready?
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field.
Include.
That last drive went on the highlight reel. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and moving in that pass.
I think too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. It's terrible. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Got it.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Clear. Ready, go.
Oregon wants to pass. Fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end. You're expecting them to.
He's got great speed.
And every year they're... Exciting new freshman to look at and talk about and pub up, and this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
He'll bring it out. It's high. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Ready?
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line.
Pound 55.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Jackrabbit.
Terrell. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
You're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it over. He's loose. The 20. Boy, are they starting that heat. He's got it down to the 9.
Well, the offense is
Ready,
finding
set.
success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive,
29
massive
Philly.
play. His
29
longest catch of the
Philly.
game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to play. He's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward.
Lasso.
Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. And the ball is way out. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Ready, ready.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any
3:25.
run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play.
Get into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Hold it.
He said there would be days and games like this. Nothing seems to have gone right in the latest mishap. A touchdown
On the
taken
double.
away by the flag. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Ready.
On 3rd and long, he cuts down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field. We're ready to get this thing started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week and the film room because they have got everybody right now on the same page.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Ready?
His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Might be changing the route. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Ready?
Off to the outside. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
6-9-1, Gators far.
Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Ready?
Line gets set. First down.
Cobra.
Motion from the back. The give to the fullback. Good, solid tackle.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Set. Go.
Jet sweep, right. They'll give him room to the 28-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Get set.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. On the option. He'll do it in. Ball up. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Let's go.
Go up top on 4th down. Under fire.
How about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another shot.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Got out of trouble and throws. They're working that left side. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Got it on the right. Down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
Drum!
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm, no pickup at all on that play. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving.
Trick 9, beat.
He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go, set.
Snagged out of the air. There he goes. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business.
Okay, ready? Come on, set. Stay.
They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to run it. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Okay.
2nd down coming up. Sends it back
Spider.
and working on that. Tackle at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Off play action on 1st down. And as he throws, incomplete. Yet. Rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Tuna. Hornet.
Trying to play action. He lost it high and deep down the left side. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
On the double.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Quarterback adjusting the play. Drops it down. It's Reese. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they're going to score again. Another touchdown as they just added their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it out. It's Burton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes. And him at the 16. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance. There's no question about that.
Yeah, and every time you watch the the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it.
It's picked off and another empty run. And they'll drag it down on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Gets it out quickly. Line on the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21.
Easy.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Broken up and incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock.
On the ready.
They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays.
Looking for the end zone. And number 6 grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
On the run from inside. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11.
Trick 9B. Trick 9B.
Motion from the wide receiver. First down. Rushes on him. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He in the end zone looking to fire. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. And he capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Keep up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, rush the passer like,
intercepted to stop the threat. He's brought down and short turn to the defense, comes out on top with a pick.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
and this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. Things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Makes the catch around the 50. Wide open. They were playing with fire on that returning. He got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards.
Got it.
Great place to start for this offense.
Dino. Dino. Here we go.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got it, handled it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like let's live this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation.
Okay,
I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Go. Go.
He wants to change this route.
Highland. Acorn. Acorn.
To the air. It's Reese. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was right there.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, show variety, all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.